All right, so fellas, what you see here is maybe potentially, is it a scam or is it potential gold? Now, the reason I ask this is because I used to work at a sports performance facility and they had one of these, okay? And also I've heard commercials on the radio where they're talking about the highest level pro athletes use the power plate. So then it's like, okay, is it black, is it white? There's a spectrum. I think we need to meet in the middle of this sucker, okay? Because like, is this a game changer? These ads make it seem like this thing is such a game changer for like you burn twice the calories and twice the muscle activation and stuff. It's like, yeah, but are you gonna have an 800-pound deadlift while you're doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it. Like, it vibrates, makes your muscles like, I don't know, stabilize ever so little. Anyways, I don't think it's a game changer. But with that being said, if your gym has one of these, I tell Mama all the time, I'm like, why don't we just freaking use it? This is like a $20,000 machine. Why don't we just use this to kind of wake everything up? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we, Mama?
Are you going to demonstrate?
I am demonstrating.
Wait, you're already on there?
Yeah, it's shaking as we speak.
You can't even see you shaking.
Exactly. That's because it's shaking at 1,000 meters per second.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? 1,000 shakes per second. So, anyways, here's the real reason I decided to do this today. I said, Mama, no more will you talk me out of doing what's good for my body.
Oh, stop. I think you've brought it up once.
We are going to do this because I want to horsecock some serious bench presses today, but I don't want to hurt myself. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to do every measure I can to get everything feeling loose as a goose. Like power plate, push-ups. Okay? You can't see it. Zoom, Mama. Zoom on my arms. Or move closer. Don't zoom. Move the camera closer to my arms. You see the vibrations? Closer, Mama. Closer, Mama. See the vibrations?
Very slightly, maybe.
Yeah, I hardly feel it too. But if
apparently it's doing a lot.
If there's ads saying that
it.
Professional athletes train with this to be at the highest level, then I guess I might as well just start the workout with 2 minutes of it. So, anyways, remember I talked about I worked at a sports performance facility. They had this, and what they would usually do with the athletes is they would kind of just like, first thing, it's 7 a.m. training. It's like, okay, just step on it and just, get everything moving and grooving, basically. Again, it's a total meme for the most part, but if you're gonna do bodyweight squats anyways and stuff to warm up, you know what I'm saying? You might as well do it with
that flexibility. Wow. Wow.
Well, are you impressed or are you shitting on me?
No, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed?
No.
Like, if I have the option of doing this, why don't I just freaking do it, It's not wasting any of our time. You agree, Schmookie?
But if you only had an hour at the gym, would you do this?
No. My arse is so sore from reverse lunges yesterday. I hadn't actually done heavy reverse lunges in a year. And guys, I started with an empty bar, 95 pounds, 135, 185, 225, 270. By the time I was at 275, I already had soreness. You guys know that like when you feel sore during your workout, you're fricked. You're fricked for a week. If you get sore during your workout, that freaking delayed onset muscle soreness is gonna be up the wazoo.
How are you feeling today?
Why do you think I'm doing this? I'm getting my arse.
What?
Shooken. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying I'm vibrating my arse to loosen it up.
Wow.
Now, this is the last thing I'm gonna do. This is terrible entertainment for everyone. I'm not doing it for you guys, though. I'm doing it for myself so that I can horse some serious steel. Everyone's gonna be like, damn, Sticky Ricky, I never thought of that. I can't be the only one. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the only one that has access to this power plate. Oh, I know some of you guys have access to this at your local EOS Global Gym. So if you do have access to it, all I'm trying to say is freaking use it. Any questions, Mama?
No.
Okay. Now, real fast, I'm gonna machine gun blast my freaking myofibrillar tissues. Now you can say, isn't this stuff all a bit of a meme, Sticky Ricky? And I would say, yeah, it probably is. But then I will say, no, absolutely not. Because 4 years ago, I got a massage gun. And I would say I probably made some of the best bench gains of my life. Because I was able to the frequency was up the wazoo. And some days I'm like, oh, I'm so tender and sore. But the gun honestly was kind of a game changer. It's
By the way, Eric shaved and looks really cute.
I shaved, what?
And you look really cute.
How dare you?
What? You always look cute, but
Yeah,
I can
but
see
the
your face more.
I'm the freaking creator of the mustache. Okay? Everyone's like, oh man, these guys brought the mustache. Like I had the mustache for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's everywhere.
Now it's everywhere, yeah. Which is a damn travesty. Because then you look like you're just trying to be a freaking, what's it called? Hipster?
Yeah, we don't mind hipsters. We have some hipsters in the family.
Don't even get me started, Mama. It's one thing if you're cool, like you just wear cool clothes. It's another thing when you're trying to wear cool clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't know. I don't ever wear cool
1990s
clothes.
fashion. 1990s bodybuilding fashion is, this thing is a piece of shit. 1990s, all right. Let's go into that phase again where it just doesn't.
Try the one next to it.
No, I'm done. I'm done with that horse crap.
All right, anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, I just want to get loose as a goose.
Are you feeling loose?
No, I feel exactly the same.
Okay.
Both Mama and I tinkled. Now I got set up the next movement. You're gonna say, Sticky Ricky, I thought you were gonna focus on horsing, hefting, heaving, hoisting the biggest of loads on bench press. And I am. And that is exactly why I'm starting with a cable fly. Now you can say, what is this jabroni S-tier, scientific movement you're doing? I do it purely for, I do this movie is money purely for this, okay? Look. Oh! See that? Stretch it. Okay? It's called, what is it called, Mom, where you stretch and then you resist a little bit and then it helps you get looser as a gooser? You know what I'm talking about? Mama, you don't know the technique?
Static stretching? I don't know.
There's like, somebody knows, this is a big thing back in the day. It was like, if you're doing a hamstring stretch, say what, okay, so you're doing, right here, for instance, say you're doing a hamstring stretch, right? And it's like, you can only get so low, but then when you like pull yourself with resistance and then release, you're lower. Because your muscles, when you're stretching, your muscles are fighting, they're fighting themselves. They don't want to go lower, you know what I'm saying? Because they're protecting you, you know what I'm saying? So when you put some resistance, all of a sudden they kind of fatigue and it allows you to get deeper in the stretch. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It has a name. It's a specific type of stretching.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
I'm sure someone will know.
It's basically just like a resistance stretch.
Okay.
So, I know it was a big thing back in 2012, I want to say, or 2010. Nobody does it anymore. Maybe they do. I don't know. I need to stretch more. My point is, this right here is the exact same concept. So, look, pec stretch, stretched, right? Give it a bit of tension, get the muscles a bit more fatigued, and you can get deeper in the stretch. It just works like magic. Fatigued, deeper in the stretch. So I'm not trying to get a voluptuous pump. I'm not trying to get voluptuous muscular trauma. I'm just stretching because, guys, we all want to horsecock massive loads on the bench press. Not a single soul out there wants to tear a pec, a tendon. Okay? Because once you tear something, you ain't horsecocking massive loads for, at the minimum, a year. And I speak this from experience, and anyone ever I've talked to, it takes a good year before you kind of get your strength to start coming back. And for my freaking anecdotal experience, 2 years before you're really horse cocking again.
Yep.
So, biggest thing is the warm up, right? All right, so I'm just gonna go up to the full stack. I'll do one more set and then full stack it. I also got the fat grips on here because I've told you guys this once, twice, now I've told you, frickin' thrice that on your shoulder. Mom, why do you have the headphones on anyways?
I don't know.
Give me those. Are they stuck?
Wait, yeah,
I know what I'm
stuck.
doing.
Thank you.
Goodness gracious. The fatter the shaft in the hands, the more like stabilized the shoulder is. Okay, so when you're doing any sort of pressing work, it actually does feel better with a fat shaft. Ooh. Yeah. So I don't use those when I go really heavy because I want to have that thing as locked in as possible. But a lot of times, like when I'm warming up, it's like I'm just gonna throw a fat grip on. Why would you throw a fat grip on? Fat grips only help with curls. That's a load of horse shit. I just told you why. Okay. Also, I'm starting to really take my grip training seriously. All right. I never really tested my double overhand deadlift until a couple days ago. I was like, well, frick it. I always put straps on when I'm deadlifting because I just want to blast the weight out of the freaking stratosphere. But I was like, let's see where my double overhand is. And yes, I did it from a pad. So technically it was a block pull, but it was 550 and I have more in the tank. And it's like, damn, my grip got pretty strong. I think honestly it's because I was using the fat shafts for everything I was doing for a long time. So it's like, what if I really go all in? So something I'm going to experiment with is doing axle bar deadlifts moving forward. So warming up with just the axle and then putting the straps on, because with the axle too, it's just harder all around because the bar has no bend, it's got no whip, and also because it's thick, like here's a normal bar, the thick bar is going to be slightly further out, so slightly worse leverage, and because it's thick, it's slightly a deeper pull as well. So you're getting worse leverage, slightly deeper, like a slight deficit, and just a fat shaft, you know? Who doesn't want that? All right, last one. Is it Monday? Is that why literally everyone's on the bench? People are so cookie cutter.
Well, you're benching on Monday.
Yeah, but I haven't benched in freaking
a week?
Centuries. Yeah, the last time I did a couple days ago, that's true. 2 days ago I benched. But that was my first time barbell benching in like forever. Other than the one-off science-based bench presses that I posted about. Stretch. Now again, I know people are going to be like, oh, you're a science-based stretch. Listen, guys, it's important to stretch. I don't care about the hypertrophy. It's about the frickin' lengthen the tissues so that when you're max horse cocking, you're not at as much risk. People that do the partials, and as the weight gets heavier and heavier, they can't control it as well. So by accident, they're going lower. You know what I'm saying? They're getting really stiff and rigid.
All right, so we're going to the bench now?
Yeah, as I was setting this up, I had this memory smash. I was like, PNF. PNF sounds right. So I Googled, and in fact, it is called PNF stretching. It's proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. That's what it's called. PNF.
The stretch thing you were talking about.
The stretch thing I was talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you, like they have one of the images is like, if you're doing this stretch, and you just like push against it, and then you fatigue the muscle and you can get deep, you know. That's a despicable display of flexibility. So people are like, what the hell even was that? That's not a stretch. To me, it's a stretch, okay? This is a stretch. All right, so what I'm doing here is also a stretch. And you could be like, holy buckets, Ricky, you're just becoming a yoga mastermind. All you do is stretch.
I don't think anyone will think
No. But, so the goal today is gonna be horsecock massive flat bench. And I did incline last time after I did flat. It was a freaking great workout. Why was it a great workout? Because these boxes, guys. The problem is it's Monday, so every bench is taken. So I had to start with incline, but I'm gonna look at that with, you can look at things as either a gift or a freaking curse. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at this as a gift, a gift. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at this as a gift because basically what this is, I'm gonna get loose as a goose. I'm not gonna blow my load with this. Don't shake your head, Mama. I wanted some response, but I was just stone face.
What can I add to that?
That's common lifting terminology or sport terminology, like he blew his load too early.
Okay.
People know what I'm
Everything has to be circled back to that. Men just love talking about
No,
that.
they don't.
Adding it to any
it's the most relatable thing.
conversation.
No, it's the most relatable thing for all this stuff.
All right. Anyways, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so like I want to build up.
Yeah.
I'm going to edge for the
Yeah,
flat bench.
honey, I get it.
Oh, Ma, you're driving me wild.
I know.
Just join in. So here, this is what I'm doing. These boxes are perfect because look, I have all the tension, and then here, the tension's gone. All the tension's gone.
So why do you come up so why do you pause while you're coming up so many times?
Because I just want to get neuromuscular freaking primed up the wazoo in each position. Like, it sounds like bro science, but there's some logic to it. I've heard a lot of very smart, very strong people. I like to listen to very strong people for the most part, like world record holders and stuff. Because people are like, oh, but they're only strong because they take, gorilla substances. You know what I'm saying? No, but to be the world's record holder, you have to be strong. You have to have everything, right? And a lot of them say it just like there's a true magic to just doing very slow reps, so that you're aware. What are you freaking smirking at?
Just how cute you look.
God, you're something else. There's this magic to doing like a rep, but very, very slow, so that you become hyper aware of where you are at all positions. And it makes sense. So like if you're squatting, for instance, most people squat, you know what I mean? They just kind of like fall into it and then come back up, and your form might break down. Like you'll fall and your form will break down. But if you're gonna do something like really slow, like you can feel like how your body shifts. You can feel all of that. I'm not saying to do this for every rep, but to incorporate like ultra slow reps, like for a couple sets, even lightweight, you know? It's like ultra slow. So you can feel like, okay, my knees are opening up, you know what I mean? I'm getting my hips, I'm sitting back on my heels, I'm sitting in the hole, like I'm creating max tension, right? And again, like I feel like my knees want to cave in, but I'm driving them out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that when you're gonna horse cock a massive load, you can do it fast, but your brain is very experienced with the movement pattern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with this. Like when I tweaked my shoulder on the seated shoulder press the other day, everything felt great. Like I felt stronger than ever when I was warming up because I was doing it with the weight releasers. And because I had the weight releasers on, I was going ultra slow until they fell off and then I'd explode up. But then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do weight releasers now. Now I'm just gonna do the raw dog weight. And it was light, it was still a warm up. It was like 30, 40 pounds less than my max. But because I wasn't thinking of control, I just dropped into it and then something like popped in my shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's anything serious to here I am horse cocking massive loads in a press. But that was like one of those reminders. It's like, okay. Like you get hurt when you drop into weight, you know what I'm saying? And again, when you're trying to move the most weight possible, freaking drop into it. But when you're warming up, like, do that shit as controlled. Yeah, and like, that's the thing too. People are always like thinking about reps. Fuck the rep. Don't worry about the reps. You know what I mean? You only need one good rep for each weight.
Yeah.
Because these aren't the volume sets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are just warm-up. These are feeler sets. So yeah, now I'll do it a little bit different tempo, but the same idea. Like, I'm tight, I'm retracting my shoulder blades, I'm like pulling the bar into me. I'm tight, my breathing, touch. You know? Now here's the funny thing too. I would say somehow, I mean, I get why a lot of people view him this way, but one of the biggest, you know, in people's eyes, the biggest villain of the fitness industry, Mike O'Hearn, which I've met him and I worked out with him, and I thought he was a great guy. But everything else aside, he was, one very valuable thing he did tell me, because I was doing all my stuff like explosive, like I was controlling the eccentric when I was exploding. And he was like, it almost sounded like bro science, but we're doing this with the leg curl, but it's the exact same concept with a bench. So for the leg curl, it was, because we were doing a seated leg curl at the time, he was like, he wanted me to like feel the stretch and then like feel the tension and slowly pull it back or whatever. And the main reason being because like for longevity and obviously like for strength, we want to, you know, we want to explode, right? And that's the way you should train. But if that's all you're ever doing, like, especially as the weight gets heavier and you're controlling it down, you're exploding through, like you're loading the tendon up with so much force, boom, you know what I mean? So sometimes when you're warming up, if you can slowly load the tendon up and slowly transition the force, right? I feel like it's just kind of almost bulletproofs you so that when you do get to the heavier weight, it's like, yeah. Because when doing the slow stuff, doing a slow eccentric and a slow concentric is worlds harder than exploding through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. All right, I feel like we should turn it off now while you keep warming up, because otherwise which is great, you talk, but then you don't work out. So
Ultra ADHD.